Hello, my name is Anya, and we are waiting at Aldershot Station to go to London to investigate the River Thames. And today we are joined by special guest Emily. Hello.
Total length of 215 miles or 346 kilometres, the River Thames is the longest river entirely in England and the second longest in the UK, behind the River Severn.
It starts at Thames Head in Gloucestershire at a height of 110 metres (361 feet) and flows into the North Sea at the Thames estuary, passing Oxford, Reading, Henley-on-Thames, Windsor, Kingston upon Thames and Richdom on the way.
The name of the Thames comes from the Celtic name for the River of Thamesis.
North of the river are the counties of Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Middlesex and Essex, whereas on the south are Wiltshire, Berkshire, Surrey and Kent.
To date, there have been 214 bridges and 17 tunnels built over or under the river.
The first bridge in the capital was located where the current London Bridge stands. It has been rebuilt many times since the Romans first constructed the river crossing there around 2,000 years ago.
Thames is believed to have influenced the Romans in their location for building London. It is believed to have been tidal to the point where the city of London now sits.
Developed the port of London around 50 AD when they established a settlement called Londonum on the River Thames. It later became a major trading and shipbuilding area for the Saxons, Normans and Tudors. London was a port long before it became a great city and the capital of England.
In the Great Stink of 1858, pollution in the river reached such an extreme that sittings of the House of Commons at Westminster had to be abandoned. A concerted effort to contain the city's sewage by constructing massive sewers on both sides of the river followed under the supervision of an engineer by the name of Joseph Bazalgette.
During the 16th century, London became a centre of shipbuilding and repair. In 1558, the commission was sent up to select legal quays for imports, and by 1576 London was the world's foremost trading port.
The port struggled to cope, and Parliament authorised the building of 2 new docks and a range of warehouses on the Isle of Dogs. They were opened on the 22nd of August 1802. Later, in the 19th century, more docks opened including the East India Dock, Millwall Dock and the Royal Albert Dock.
In pre-19th century, London's cold winter weather could sometimes freeze the surface of the Thames. Frost fairs would be held on the ice, with Londoners enjoying dancing and drinking. The last fair was in 1814 and it perhaps unlikely there will ever be another one because the river now flows too fast for the water to freeze.
During the 1920s and 30s, further expansion and development included the King George V Dock completed, the 15-acre Quebec Dock and a new group lock completed at Blackwall Reach and South Dock, formerly City Canal.
Thames and London Dock suffered heavily during the Second World War. The first bombs fell on the heavily targeted Thames during 1939 and continued until late 1941. The port was left in a terrible state and after nearly 900 missiles as well as thousands of bombs had fallen on PLA property as well as numerous attacks on private riverside property.
London is still one of Britain's leading ports and the Thames has over 70 operational wharves.
There are 44 locks on the non-tidal Thames, which begins near Cirencester and ends near Teddington Lock.
Right, so Anya, what facts do you know about the River Thames?
The facts I know about the River Thames is that it's 215 miles long and it's got 214 bridges, 17 tunnels. During the Great Stink, they had to abandon the house.
Passengers leaving the train at the next.
Emily, what's your facts?
There's the river head, which is the head of the River Thames, and mudmen of a TV programme have been down there and found lots of interesting finds.
During the Great Stink of 1858, the House of Commons had to be abandoned because it was so stinky.
Okay, girls, which boats have you seen today?
You've seen a police boat,
A lifeboat,
a restaurant boat,
a clipper boat,
cruise boat,
What was the yellow thing?
the yellow thing was a duck boat.
What's about the duck boats?
The duck boat can be a car or van or a boat. Yeah, or a boat.
And where are we going now?
We are going down the River Thames on
underneath this bridge.
It is very exciting.
This is a safety announcement. Please take a moment to read.
Ooh, an ambulance. Oh yeah. Imagine if it got stuck and we were just poised over the river.
The River Thames is the cleanest river in the world that flows through a major city. This is a major feat considering that 50 years ago the river was so polluted that it was declared biologically dead.
From 1830 to 1860, tens of thousands of people died of cholera as a result of the pollution in the Thames. Sewage was being discharged directly into the Thames. Despite the foul smell, people continued to wash and bathe and drink from the river.
1878, the pleasure steamship Princess Alice sunk in a river collision. Most of the 600 or so passengers who died did not die from drowning. They sadly died because of the pollution in the river. Seahorses have now been found living in the River Thames around Greenwich and Dagenham. Seahorses are very sensitive to pollution, so it shows how clean the river is now.
Life now found are herring gull, black swan, white swan, crested grebe, bar-headed goose, kingfisher, heron, mandarin duck, salmon, brown trout, perch, pike, flounder, roach, short-snouted seahorses, signal greyfish, and Chinese mitten crab.
The source of the Thames is not very high up, and the land slopes away gently. It does not form deep V-shaped valleys, but it does still cut through the land.
Now we've been to London, we're going to go to Thames Head to find the head of the River Thames, strangely enough. It is near Cirencester. We're there, so we're now standing in the head of the River Thames. We're now going to find the source.
Oh, where could the source of the River Thames be? I'm so tired, wet and annoyed.
Emily,
Yeah?
look behind you. Make sure you don't fall down the hole.
Oh, I found a buzz.
No, actually, I found.
Let's just put it in that. I found.
Feels weird. Emily,
He is pushing me.
it's too late to tell you now, but I only said that to get my sister know that.
Exactly. Because I could feel it pushing you that.
We're now at the mouth of the River Thames. We are at the end of the South End Pier, 1.3 miles into the river.
We have now finished our journey down the River Thames.
We've been to London, the source, and now the mouth.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We have now finished our exhibition, but there was one very small but large casualty.
My boob was lost in the mud. And now we are going to pay respect to it. Come on.
That's it. We have now been to...
Ready?
We're now finally at the...
As you say that. Right, sit up and say it, Emily. Stop that.
Suck it in, sister.
Has Alfie met Arch? Alfie? What? Where's Alfie gone? Archie? Alfie! Guys, other side of the road.